Druid Karn, which is a deck that recently 5-0'd. I have not played this list. I have not tweaked this list. This is the exact copy. I will probably make modifications of it if I like it. Oh, I think I actually accidentally threw an extra Knight of Autumn instead of something else in the sideboard. So I guess I did tweak it. First hand. How many lands am I running? 22 lands. I won't count Arbor, so I have, I guess, 20 more lands. If I hit a land drop, this still doesn't do anything, so I'll mull. I like this a lot more. Put on top. This is a decent win here. The thing is, I was looking at this, I was like, I love Collected Company. It's one of my favorite cards of all time, but there's too many Planeswalkers, and you really have to choose if you want Planeswalkers or Collected Company. Like, which one are we keeping here? All right, looks like we're up against probably a prison deck here. Not telling our opponent what we are. Just play the Verdant Catacombs, pass. I'm going to go Druid into Finale, into Ewit, buyback Finale, win the game. Yeah, this looks like it could be Lantern here. I'm going to take the Temple Garden. I think it's my best land at this point. Don't Shadow Adult me. Come on. All right. So in terms of color splash, I need blue mana just for Teferi, but I also need white mana for Teferi. So I think Temple Garden is a better pickup, just in case I grab Vizier anyway. So I can give Druid haste and put 2 Druids in play. That's kind of neat. Oh, it enters tapped. All right, well, I'll just win next turn then. Read the card, Mike. I mean, I don't care about bridge. I don't really care about most of the things they're doing. So they're going to put Needle on Druid. Okay. So I'll just pop another Druid in play. And try to beat them with Karn. Reading the card does explain the card. Yep. Okay, so opponent's not dead. Okay. But we have lots of mana now for a Karn lock, so they need another Needle. I like this aspect of the deck because Karn is really strong, and this deck can actually turn 2 Karn. So I can Finale for nothing, really. That's one thing I don't like about this is the grind is all in the Planeswalkers. So I guess we just go Karn. And then threaten Lattice next turn. So I get like an EE for 2. Alright. Don't I Finale for the other PC? The other piece? Oh, no, they had... normally I would Blade Man, but they had a Pithing Needle effect naming Druid, so I couldn't actually go infinite. So I want to bring in Knight of Autumn. I want to bring in either Walk. Actually, I like Karn grabbing Ballista. I think that's nice. Negate, maybe. Like, what do I even need to change here? I think all my cards against them are just good. Postmortem Lunge isn't great, I guess. I guess Negate is probably better in that spot. Yeah. I don't actually really care about Bridge, though, because Ballista just beats Bridge anyway, or Karn beats Bridge, Teferi beats Bridge. Like, the fact that Teferi is main board, it bounces Bridge by itself. Yep. Also, the fact that Teferi is bounce effect, it gets around Welding Jar, is actually really, really interesting. Like, getting around Welding Jar is really powerful. Oh, me. Lantern before Whir? Yeah, Lantern's just a slow... Before Whir, it was just a slow grind. I didn't hate playing against it. I just hated when I was playing against an opponent who didn't know what they were doing, which I guess is just fair for any Magic situation. By the way, I'm sorry it's dark. I still need to get a lamp back here. Like, this hand is trash, right? But it has a Karn, so it's almost keepable in this matchup. Same thing. I think I just have to mulligan again. Turn 1 Arbor Elf. Oath of Nissa finds me another land. I don't hate that. Also makes it so I can cast Teferi without having to kill myself here. Okay, Temple Garden. Shock. Arbor Elf. So Sprawl is a good draw. Druids obviously are best possible draw. I love Oath of Nissa. I think that's just like a big deal for me. Doesn't matter which one I keep, they're the same. I think I actually want the Arbor Elf over the Vizier here. And now I have access to Karn mana next turn, so now Karn is a good top deck. Or I can Finale for something. Like, I could have grabbed the Vizier and then hope to draw a land, and then Finale for a Druid, and then win with the Vizier there. But I think it's I'm in a much better spot now, being able to have access to 4 mana with the way my hand is. Okay. Like, now I can just Karn. Oh, don't do it yet. I can Karn, or I can put a Druid in play. This is actually a really interesting line here. I think I want to put the Druid in play so I can threaten with the Karn next turn. Give me all the manas. Search library for Devoted Druid. Pass turn. I really like how Teferi draws you a card. I think it's his best mode there. I am drawn to decks that really like mana, so. Red what? Red colorless. What are they doing here? There's 4 mana. If they puzzle box lock me right here, if we get boxed, I still have the Arbor Elves to kill the Narset, so it doesn't actually, it only dumps my hand, which is interesting, but I don't think it wins in the game. All right, we're boxed. So I didn't get an instant. Put 4 cards in the bottom. Why do I have to? All right. Narset, Narset, go. I mean, they basically just, like, what, double Mind Rotted me? That was pretty powerful. I don't think I have any instants in the list, so it's not like I can actually use them. Nope. No, just negate. No instant speed spells here. Yeah, they just 8-racked me. That's fine. Both at Narset, just in case they have something. And they might have another Narset. If that's the case, it'll be a long, arduous battle here. If it isn't the case, then my top decks are pretty good here. Like Ewit, a Finale, a Vizier, a Karn. All pretty good top decks. Like even Teferi bounces his own puzzle box back. Yep, that's fine. Kill my Druid. A land is not a good top deck here. Don't care about bridge. Okay. Good, I didn't want that. I do like this. Teferi. Bounce the puzzle box, which actually lets my elves attack. But I think I like this more. No, I should have just attacked. I'm just going to let this go away at the puzzle box. The EE on 2 is too dangerous at the moment. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think of Teferi in this? Teferi felt pretty good there. I could actually picture Vivian being in this list too. Vivian doesn't protect your cards though. This list has everything that I'm liking about different things. It's got Mana Dorks. It's got a powerful top end. It's got Oath of Nissa. All right, well, we'll draw 2 cards here. That's fine. Keep this one. I'll once again bounce the puzzle box. I just want to draw a card here. Oh, that stunk. Interesting thing was if I actually drew a... The reason I sequenced that is if I drew a finale, I actually could go off right there. I really like Teferi, I think, in fact. I think it gives you a lot of freedom. So does Giver. I don't want 4 scale up. That is I think scale up and become immense. I think you only want so many of them. I guess scale up gives you a lot of turn 2 wins, but you don't want 2 scale ups in your hand at the same time. It doesn't scale well. Doesn't go good in multiples. I think I'd want 3 at the most. But in terms of mana base, 3, 6, 7, 8, 14 white sources is plenty. Like that hits all your numbers. Yeah, I like that. I think this can work. I might actually. I think I'll have to run a league with this later. I don't want that. Yeah, it's the only. I've been thinking a lot about scale up. Scale up's actually what makes me want to try infect. Ooh. Not top decking well. I need to get a Karn here, I think. All right, here's the puzzle box again. So let's I'm gonna get Dryad Arbor here. So they have the welding jar. Yeah, that's fine. I will say not having Noble Hierarchs makes this a little bit rougher, but also I have not drawn particularly well this game. I haven't drawn a Karn, I haven't drawn a Ballista. Unmoored Ego naming Karn would be pretty devastating. Unmoored Ego naming Ballista might be worse. No, because Karn is the right name here. I don't think you want Distortion Strikes when you're on Stepmom. Let me look over your list again. Yeah, it's actually I don't think we care about Distortion Strike because Stepmom basically makes it unblockable. Opponent's just checking out her deck. So Ballista is their best draw option. One, two, three. Witness buys back to Ferry. Man, I love Eternal Witness. Which lets me bounce Bridge so I can attack for 4. Ah, just 2. 4 next turn. Replay the Bridge. Teferi's really actually good here. I don't think I need the Knight of Autumn. I don't love the Dryad Arbor in Infect, but I think it's necessary just against the Liana or any other Edict effect. It's also a decent blocker to change the tides of opponent's combat math a little bit. Spyglass, naming Walking Ballista is devastating. Naming Arbor Elf is okay. Naming Teferi doesn't do much. Okay. This is actually cool. I get to draw 3 new cards. Druid. Vizier. I don't think I care about the Utopia Sprawl at the moment. And they have to find an answer now. I'll keep the Sprawl in my hands. I have another chance of drawing into a Ballista here. This is a combo. This is a combo. I'm threatening from a lot of different angles here. They had to respect the Teferi, I guess, because he was drawing me cards and limiting my opponent's options. But the Druid Ballista combo is really how I'm going to try to kill my opponent. I'm kind of torn. Like, I kind of want another outlet for the infinite mana here. I guess Karn is that outlet because you Karn Wish for Ballista. Yeah. That was neat. See, I wanted that one more rest in peace over that Knight of Autumn. That's the actual list. That's a combo. So my thoughts, I didn't play against any matchups or postmortem lunges that powerful, but this deck is really all in on Druid. Teferi was surprisingly powerful, just as a 3-mana unsummoned draw card that stuck around and could do more things. Protects your combo. I like it. I don't like how this deck really doesn't have any instant speed interaction. But I guess you can give these 6 spells instant speed. Teferi is good for Boomerang Tribal. Well, I liked it. I was intrigued by it. I'm trying to think of like what I could add to this. I do want to try. I want to test Infect Spider Space. That's something I want to do. Hopefully, I can test that today. What's today? Wednesday. I have a Modern Streamers League production meeting in a little bit. So Spider Space, if you're interested in that, hopping in on that meeting, let me know. PM me on Discord. You updated that list. So you go turn 1 Giver of Runes against the interactive decks. So Giver of Runes is basically just extra Noble Hierarchs. Instead of having like Spell Pierce, you have Giver of Runes. There aren't enough Oath of Nissa hits for me to consider Oath of Nissa. I do want to try this. I think you might want 4 Vines of Vastwood. I would double check what other lists are running, but that seems to be like the best spell. Although I guess Giver of Runes and Teferi kind of make it so you don't need as many vines. Right? I will test this. I will run a league with this later today. Yeah, no Spell Pierce is the only thing that I'm... Because Giver of Runes is really good, but doesn't stop O-Stone or Ugin. Or Karn. It stops Karn, but doesn't stop O-Stone or Ugin. Which is the only way Tron can beat us, right? Hmm. I don't think we need the Dryad Arbor. I think it's just too cute at the moment. No, I don't think there's room for Giver and Spell Pierce. It depends which is better, I guess. Like right now, I think Giver might be better. No, I think this is really good. I'm gonna try this. If you try it, let me know. Let me know, and I will try and hop on. It hasn't been giving me an alert when you're popping up. Yeah. Well, I mean, Blossoming Defense. Yeah, you only have so much room for pump spells or non-pump spells, and you have these. Noble Hierarch is a glorified pump spell, as is Pendelhaven. Oh, a sideboard card I'd be interested in running here is the colorless green search Sylvan Scrying or Sylvan whatever the get a land card is, because that's one of your best cards in some of the attrition matchups. A card that just lets you grab either Pendelhaven or Inkmoth Nexus. Usually Inkmoth Nexus can really save you. It's a sideboard card that I'd be intrigued with. I think Ravenous Trap is pretty good now. Yeah, white lets you get Rest in Peace. I like the look of this Bant list. Basically, instead, because I was looking at a Thoughtseize list for a little while, a black green or Sultai infect, just so I could do turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Glisten or Elf, and Noble. That just felt so powerful to me. Or a turn 1 Noble, turn 2 Blighted Agent and Thoughtseize. Yeah. But I think Giver of Runes is just in some cases, just a better Thoughtseize, right? Like a turn 1 Giver is kind of like doing that turn 1 Thoughtseize, but it also gives you another angle of attack. I think it also makes your Geist plan and your Nissa, your non-infect plan post board to be a lot better, because now you can go Giver of Runes, tap, make Geist of Saint Traft, pro, any whatever blocker they have, swing in for 6, and I think that's a really, really interesting play. I like it. Geist gets so much better. I used to run my first modern deck was Jeskai Geist, so I'm trying to think like thinking Geist's perspective. I mean, Geist just is already really good in Infect post sideboard, but and Nissa gets better too, because now you can just flood this. You can do this attrition non-infect plan with Dryad Arbor protecting your plants, and you can pump your plants and win from there. But I gotta go get lunch, and I will hopefully see you guys in a couple hours. Thanks for hanging out.